Yeah, we on Boss Talk TV. Shout out to E. He the reason you see me.
Has out like that as like really like done for like by people look at you and they say doodle garbage. So it's like, you know what I'm saying? It's like, you know what I'm saying?
Nobody comes up to me and say doodle garbage.
You said what?
Nobody comes up to me in real life and say doodle. If a fan came up to me on some doodle garbage shit, bro, I'ma hold that nigga so goddamn bad, bro.
You can't run from the club.
Doodle garbage. I got set. Wait, what is this?
What we got going?
What you say?
What we got going?
Doodle garbage. I got.
Wow, guys. Make sure you like, subscribe to the channel. Man, just over the weekend, looked like DDG is on the internet again. He's been going through it lately. His girl, of course, she pretty much filed suit and called him abusive. That's been going down, but now it's out here. I believe they was in Houston, and it looks like they're going through some crazy stuff. These youngsters meeting up, trying to introduce each other. All of them YouTubers and all of them streamers and what have you, and look like they're going through it. OG, you there?
Yeah, I'm here. It said an incident occurred after Lil J repeatedly called DDG doo-doo garbage, a nickname that has been used online following a recent abuse allegation made by singer Haley Bailey against the streamer. So it seemed like old dude call that man doo-doo garbage? Where they get that from?
From that girl. The girl that pretty much was, dogging him out because she claimed he abused her. So that's been an ongoing dispute. But like his friend was telling him in the car, like he was trying to compare himself to like Michael Jackson. And old boy, his partner told him, say, man, they out here calling you doo-doo garbage. He told him about he knocked a couple of girls seen him and fell out. But as soon as he said that, not long after, now somebody walks up to him at this event and say doo-doo garbage, and he didn't do anything, but his brother.
It says from the footage of the event now viral on social media shows Lil J being punched and thrown to the ground by Dove, DDG's brother, before security intervened. Jay claims his chin was broken during the fight and that he was banned from the event immediately after. So the event said he was causing the problem.
Yes, yeah, here he is right here right after. I don't see how his jaw is broken. He's sitting there talking like this. Hold on.
I'm over here. Glasses gone. I ain't got the glasses no more. The glasses made my whole fit. Come on.
So why did you call him doo-doo garbage? Like, why did you say that?
I thought it was all jokes. I never seen DDG react like that in the past. Never seen him tell anybody go do something to anybody else. So I'm thinking it's all good. It's all cool. I seen him throw some gloves to some people that said it to his face a few times. Even if he did that, I would have been like, hey, my fault, man. Whatever, went on my way. But he didn't want to do that. I can't lie. His brother came up to me and started putting his hands on me. He saw, now I got him or his brother. Somebody out here that's unacceptable for real. They done broke my chain. I'm banned from the event.
So they didn't broke his chain, and like I said, he also in this video, if you go watch it, DJ Academics, all of them are posting it. He's taking legal action now. There's a lot of different things where, like you just said, OG, I know you're reading where he said jaw was broken. It's just stuff like that. But it's crazy because these guys are out there and they really out here trolling and trying to do the same thing they may have heard on the internet. And if you're not built like that, and these guys are out here walking these pavements and somebody on their team step up, you're going to have to deal with that. And that's just what happened. Lil J, I've never heard of him before, but he looks as if he's trying to make his name great. And if that's the case, he's doing a good job of it because these guys, these Twitch guys and all these guys that's streaming like Casanai, he ran into Casanai after that, DDG did, and kind of confirmed the fact that the fight happened. And and he said, no, it was just a skid, all right. But they're not only are they fighting on camera, but now they're telling it on camera. But this guy here is saying his jaw is broke and he's back on camera. So I just don't know, how does this stuff play out? Back in the days, OG, we never would have dealt with things like that. But today is a different time.
Well, he said his chin was broken, not his jaw.
Oh, so his chin. Okay, so his chin might be broken. He can talk like that, huh?
No, hell no.
If that chin broke, OG, how you think he'll be feeling?
He don't look swole up to me. Arms all back in there. I mean, it's a come up. But who is Dub? Is he famous too?
That's his brother, ain't it? That's DDG brother.
That's DDG's brother. Now, just if he beat him up, he ain't no rapper or nothing. So what do you think he gonna get out of his brother beating up? DDG didn't beat him up.
The only thing he can do is do what he's doing now. And because DDG was standing there, and DDG made that statement in the car, but DDG didn't put hands on him, right? So
didn't put hands on him at all.
Yeah, but the deal is,
looks like when he was conversing with somebody, somebody was interviewing, and he said what he shouldn't have said, and Brud looked like he just took off on him.
Yeah, he took off on him, and it was a little scuffle. I didn't play the whole video, because of the way YouTube and all these other platforms is, but as far as against how it looks. But the one thing I can say, man, is when you jump out here and you out here and you walk around, you gotta keep that same energy. If you say, something about somebody, doo-doo garbage, of course you ought to be ready to fight. Because if you say something,
how did you think that was just gonna be a joke and it was just something that I could say and I could get away with?
That's what I said. But again, these guys are these are young guys, but I don't think they understand the significance of how they'll be played in this. If somebody can find a way to make some money off of them on this, they're gonna do it. No matter what party it is in this, they'll come for DDG just because he got money. They'll come because these guys are making crazy money on the internet right now streaming. So they want to get some of these guys money any way they can. When I say they, the authorities, the people who are going to be looking at these videos, the people that, and OG, I know they got to understand that there are internet trolls and there are internet polices that's watching this stuff daily. They don't go to the streets no more. You don't even see the police riding in the neighborhood like that because they too busy watching the internet. They're sitting back watching it. That's the new strategy. When it became Cadillac to make money on the internet, people watching the internet. So
in California, the police got a whole division, the internet division, that they on the internet every day. And that's what they do for 12 hours a day, 24 hours, 2 shifts. They go through all the trolls, everything that Rat 100 be saying, what we be saying. They go through the whole and build cases up on that internet.
Yeah, and see, and that's why the reason I said that is because they ran into Casanai, right? And when they did, this is what happened.
What's going on?
We ain't fighting, it was a skit.
Oh, skit. Oh, skit. Okay.
How many of them you got? Still waiting and shit. Oh, what up, nigga? What up, man?
I'm here. You fighting this shit? Oh, yeah, you know, man. What's going on? Nah, bro, the nigga trying to ego us, bro. Trying to ego us. How you out here fighting?
We ain't fighting, it was a skit.
Oh, skit. Oh, skit. Okay.
Wow. So they're trying to play it like it was a skit, but then the other guy was answering it, and he was saying, oh, it's just ego or something he was saying when they seen him. But believe me, just like me and you seeing it, they're going to read through this. If they're trying to make some money off of it, they're going to look at all these parties and try to come up with a way to say, okay, somebody filing charges. Well, they may even reach out to this other kid, Lil J. But it's never about us. It never has been, OG, to me.
You know Busby getting ready to get out. Oh, shit, Busby, he on the case. That ambulance chaser. Hey man, I can represent you on this case.
Yeah, because these guys are making millions of dollars and they're committing these offenses, and it's all on the internet. They're streaming 24/7 anyway. But when you do something, the cold part about streaming 24/7, every single thing that you do is in the public eye, and the evidence is so easy to go and pick up on. I just looked through all three of these and can tell you that the fight, to me, if I was just looking at it, it was something to where it wasn't a skit. The guy did get into an altercation. There was simple assault or something here going on. I don't know if no ambulance was called or anything else. We do see DDG telling somebody, if somebody called him doo-doo garbage, they're gonna have to fight him. So these are all things that they'll use, and this is not the only thing they'll use. There are so many different things that he said already previously. They're looking at it, like you said. They're always watching. So when you say something and it's on these waves, you can get ready because they're already building the case anyway. Especially because you're a brother and you get money off of this stuff, right?
Right.
So they're definitely looking at you to find a way to bring you down, no matter what. So these guys are making crazy dollars. Casanai, they talking about it. They'll subpoena his butt. They don't care.
Who is Castaneda?
Casanai is he's one of the biggest streamers. He is the one. The one, Kevin Hart, all of them be over the house. Snoop Dogg, everybody be over here at his place. He streams with all of I think Nikki, all of them, everybody you can think of they just sit in the living room. I have to send it to you one day. Or they sit in the show and with him, or him and Snoop them was riding around in the car together and stuff. But at the end of the day, he has a huge brand, and he sees DDG later on after this altercation happens, and he says, "Hey man, y'all was fighting earlier. What your brother, y'all fighting? What y'all doing?" And then the brother, what's his name again? Dub or something?
Dub.
Yeah, Dub tried to explain it. Oh, that's egos. Then DDG jumps in because he's trying to be quick with it. He says, "Oh, that was just a skit, man. We was just, it was just a skit, And then Casanai say, "Oh, yeah, it was just a skit, But believe me, you can see through it, and the way that boy was getting swung around, and they were fighting and pushing, and it's all on video. The video is pretty long. You know what I mean? There was plenty of people there to see what happened. So if he does come with assault or anything, he definitely got a case to where anybody can get got. He'll have to settle with him before he goes to court or something like that, And that's the brother and him, because I'm pretty sure DDG didn't do it, but I think DDG handed his bag to DDG, and because the guy was saying doo-doo garbage. You know what I mean?
Okay.
So they were swinging and banging, man. In our day, we'd have swung and banged like this and left, and there wouldn't have been nothing else said about it. You know what I mean?
Right.
Even the celebrities back in the day, that. But before all these cameras came out and before this sensitive culture, man, you could put hands on somebody and you can go on and live to see another day.
That's right.
But now it's a thing where if you do it, you're on the camera, you feel discredited, it's gonna go viral, so you're gonna try to get your get back some kind of way, and
they gonna sue you.
They're gonna sue you. Rain told us that. Rain said, no, I'm suing. So this is something they're gonna do. Like I say, I'm a big fan of all of these guys, man. I love to see the youngsters coming up. I didn't know, like I said, Lil J, but I'm gonna have to go check out and see who he is and what the hell he does. Casanai, he was on here talking to them boys. A big, huge figure when it comes down to what he does. So when I see this, when I see it, I know it's a thing where these boys had a hell of a weekend down there in Houston. Now, what was the name of that event? Because it was on that thing. It was a event.
It's called DreamCon.
Okay, DreamCon. That's dope. They got a lot of new stuff coming out. DreamCon. I didn't even hear about that. I know me and you, we was out of town, but I didn't even hear about that, man. And we supposed to be in this world now. I'd never heard of it.
Well, Lil J had a little part of DreamCon, didn't he?
Oh yeah, he was the first one. He made it. He opened up like he supposed to.
He dreamed he shouldn't have been saying Doodoo Brown.
Doodoo Brown. Oh, gee, stop it. That motherfucker said doodoo garbage, man. What the hell?
Okay.
Boy, you hell, man. Doodoo Brown.
He messed around there talking that message in DreamCon and got met the pavement and got put out the event.
I didn't even think about that part. He did get put out the event.
Got put out, so you ain't got a leg to stand on because he didn't put Lil Baby out. I mean, DDG, he didn't put him out, but they put you out.
And they put his butt out of there.
Put him out, get. So you got your DreamCon without anybody permission.
And I believe he know not to go back up to him saying doo-doo garbage.
No, he's saying, well, if I had known that we took offense to it, it was just a joke. What? I mean, this is how naive these youngsters are. You're going to say something like that and don't even understand it's derogatory because a girl said it. So you're going to take the impression of a girl. You heard a girl say it, and you're going to repeat it.
And then, and because it's all over the internet. And the one thing I seen, like I said, the brother, this really his first time really just me seeing him responding back. They got cameras on him and Casanai. I sent you that one too, where his brother saying, oh, it was ego, or whatever. I don't know. He was saying something, but he was refuting the fact of why he did what he did to Casanai when it comes down to Lil J. And it's crazy to me because you can't be out here talking, especially no nigga like this nigga Casanai, and not understand everybody watching you. One thing, OG, you always say you have a right to remain silent. These guys not even using their rights to remain silent or talking in code. Even when we were hustling, we were talking in code. You might have bust us, but we're gonna be saying, man, you take that package, that box of press ham or bologna over there, we're gonna say something fly. And they're gonna have to decode it. They don't even have to decode this stuff these guys doing now. They so ignorant they ain't never had nobody, they ain't never had no money like they having. So they out here really just saying whatever on these cameras and trying to be bad in the mix of street, and they never even been in no trouble. And it's crazy to me, but they about to give up all this money. Once again, they gonna find ways to channel the money out of them because they talking too much.
Yes, sir.
And fighting on camera. At the end of the day, all that stuff is incriminating. And I believe that the state or the feds will always look back at this stuff and pick it up and make cases on these ignorant folks because they said all this stuff and then they out there being in the mix of it like they are. And that's the crazy part because you're giving up millions of dollars. These guys make millions of dollars, so it ain't even no time to play. We knew when a guy made a lot of money back in the days, he didn't come out. You didn't see him out, and when you did, it was security around him, and he wasn't getting in no trouble, and there wasn't no whole bunch of talking being recorded either. But now everything's recorded, so you can see everything in real time, OG.
That's right.
Wow, man, guys. Hey, man, guys, get in the comments. Let us know what you think about this. Do you feel like Lil J was assaulted, or do you feel like Dub and them pretty much was doing what they supposed to do? And do you feel like it was right for Lil J to walk up in an event and say doo-doo garbage to this artist who's not pretty much trying to be recognized like that anyway? So I just don't know what that was all about. But at any rate, get in the comments, let us know. Also, make sure you look at this video that should be playing right here. It's about basically those boys out of Louisiana running, still 2 guys at large. Check us out right here. It's just 2 out now, but yeah, we talked about that. Boss Talk 101 reviews.
Yeah, we on Boss Talk TV. Shout out to E. He the reason you see me.